Senator Dave McCormick is a Republican from Pennsylvania. He's a member of the Senate Armed Foreign Relations Committee, and he joins us now. Mr. Senator, what do you think of Trump taking control of Venezuelan oil for years to come? Are you okay with that?
Yeah, well, good morning. Well, first, I want to start by saying we have to just spend a minute. We can't move too quickly past the incredible military operation that led to this. It was an extraordinary demonstration of American power, American military capability that put us in this circumstance. Listen, when the president talks about this, I see there's four major objectives that he's trying to accomplish. One is to stop the flow of drugs into the United States. Right. This is a huge transshipment hub. It's killing 100,000 Americans, 4,000 Pennsylvanians. Second, deter our adversaries from Iran and China and Russia from having really a starting point in the Western Hemisphere with Venezuela. And third is to essentially revitalize this oil industry. Venezuela has 17% of the oil reserves in the world, about 1% of exports. You know, just to put it in perspective, in 1975, 4 million barrels a day. Today, about 600,000. So it needs a huge revitalization. That's going to be enormously beneficial to the Venezuelan people. They can't do it without American support, without American investment. That's going to be great for the Western Hemisphere, great for Venezuela, and great for America.
The next one, Mr. Senator. Marco Rubio is set to meet with his Danish counterpart next week. The Trump administration has obviously becoming more and more interested in Greenland. Senator, the president seems determined to take over Greenland. Are you okay with that?
Well, I was just in Denmark a couple months ago, met with the Prime Minister, and let me say the following. First of all, Greenland is hugely strategic, as the president says, in the Arctic for U.S. military forces to be pre-positioned, but also for rare earth metals and other things. And I think the president recognizing that and making it a priority is key. There's this possible idea of further partnership, of potentially even buying Greenland. That's going to be a question that will be up to the people of Greenland. And I think the president's right to focus on it. We'll see how that negotiation develops. But of course, I would not be in support of the United States taking over Greenland by military force.
But, Senator, you do want a deal. You do want America to take control of Greenland and its resources. You're in favor of that. No military involved, either buy it or agree or something.
I wouldn't say take control. Well, buying it's possible, but I just want to say I think we're pushing on an open door here. Greenland, the Danish people, they want America in Greenland. We have a defense treaty today that can be expanded upon. In my meetings, there's a great opening to do that, and I think we should definitely strengthen American ties there, whether it takes the form of actually buying or investing from the United States or just further strengthening the partnership, I think remains to be seen. But it's through a diplomatic process, a commercial process is the way to, I think, achieve everybody's goals.
Senator McCormick, thanks very much for joining us this morning. Appreciate it, always. Thanks.